Alright, making an update video on how to set up a Fire Stick and get some free TV apps, movies, live TV. A lot of people like Kodi. I'm not a big fan of Kodi. I've tried to use it, tried to play with it. I guess I'm just too much of a simpleton for it. But so here's some really good apps that I think beat Kodi, hands down. I'm going to show you how to install them. So the first thing you need to do is obviously once you get your Fire Stick set up, you want to go to the app search bar and you want to search up ES. Just ES, and it's a file manager. I already have it installed, obviously, but I'm going to open it up for the first time for you guys. So you open it up, get it installed, open it up. The first thing you're going to see is this little notification. It should pop up here in a second. Yeah, this limited time offer. Just back out of it. Just use your little back key and back out. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get all the way over to settings. Go down to notifications, make sure that's turned off because it's really annoying, and then the biggest one is the floating widget setting. If you ever install something that it's usually checked when I first did it, and it's a little floating like I don't even know what it is, just so annoying because it pops up in every app. So you did disable that, and then now we're going to favorites, and you want to go to add, and you want to get your keyboard up. So this is where you go to link in the description of this video. There should be a link for a download link, and it'll be all the apps that I have compiled that I think that work the greatest and they're the most up to date as of March 5th. So and this is where the Fire Stick app comes in handy. So if you download the Fire Stick app on your phone, doesn't matter what kind of smartphone you got, you have to make sure you're on the same Wi-Fi network as your Fire Stick, obviously. And then as long as the keyboard's up on the TV like this, you open up the app, sign in. It'll give you a 4-digit code to enter, for security. And then you'll get a keyboard just like this. So then you can type and do whatever. So either you can type the link in the description, but what I do is just easier to just go to the video that you're currently watching and just go into the description of the video and open up the link. It's going to open in YouTube. It usually has its own browser. You want to open it in an actual browser so you can copy it. You just copy, select all, come on, copy, and then you can just go back to your Fire Stick app and paste it in there. You just hit paste and it'll paste right in there. You just hit return, and now you can see it's in there already. So you just go down to next, and then it's want you to name it, so you can kind of see those gray boxes. Don't get too quick to say okay. Go up to hit name and just name it AA, and then you can go down to next, and then go over to add. So now it's going to be added in your favorites. So you go down here, favorites is opened, all the way down to the bottom of the list. You should see whatever you named it. It'll open up the web page. Let's see if it'll glitch on me like it did last time. It'll open up the web page I have to download it. So you see those little orange boxes. You want to make sure it highlights that one, go down, highlights this one, you can kind of see it, highlights it, and it'll start downloading. It looks like it's going to download pretty quick, so instead of having to edit, like pause the video, edit it, and crop it together, I'm just going to let it download. It takes, like I said, it looks like it's going pretty quick. And of course you can fast forward to this point, but I'm just giving you a real time about how long it's going to take start to finish. So, failed to download content. Okay. Now if I go over, it's a new firestick APK. Let's see, I already have it on there. Oh, right here. Alright, so this is the one I just downloaded. It says it's failed to download, so you want to hold on it, and you want to go down. It's kind of hard to see, over until you hit rename, and it's got this weird name on it. I don't know why. You can just back everything up. You gotta click on the keyboard, and then just back everything up all the way until good enough. So now you've got the new one. Come on, that should open up. New firestick. No, I'm not going down. So I won't go down. You gotta go over here. Click open, and then alright. So there's everything. It's kind of glitchy, but it's here. So there's everything. If it says fail, it looks like it didn't, because this is the newer link, Cartoon HD, a couple different ads. So to start at the top, work your way down when you install apps. But to install third-party apps, the first thing you need to do, and I could have done this at the beginning of the video, but you need to go to settings, and go over down to device. It's all the way at the end here, device. And then you want to go developer options, and you want to have apps from unknown sources turned on. Yes, I want to be able to download third-party apps. So now you go down back to ES File Manager, and just go through and install each app individually. The first app that you're going to need to install, or that I recommend installing, making sure you open them up right away. Once you get everything installed, because it's going to take a while. Get them all installed, but once you get them installed, the first two to open is Mouse APK. I already have it installed, but you want to open it. I see this over. There we go. And so once you get them all installed, the two you want to open right away is Mouse APK and block. It's the ad block. So you go into your apps. If you hold down the home button, it'll show you can go to all your apps. And then the first app you want to open up is Mouse Toggle. Make sure it works. It'll tell you kind of how to enable it. So, or does it not? Alright, so make sure it says started down there. I don't know if you can kind of see. It says started, status started. So now that that's done, if you double press the play button on your remote, you double press the play button, you get a little blue circle. I don't know if you can see that. Come on, focus camera. Wow, it's so bad. Got some smudge in here or what? Smudge. Just focus. It's not that hard to focus on the TV. Wow, there you go. Alright, so you can see that blue circle. And then you use the up, down, left, right arrows to, it essentially works as a touch, like your finger. If this was a touchscreen device, you hit the back arrow twice, it should close the mouse option. The next one you want to open up is Blocka. This is the ad block. You turn it on, and you can't. The biggest thing you want to do is, I already have mine off, of course, but you want to turn notifications off, because otherwise every ad it blocks, it'll notify you. And when you block like 2,000 ads, it gets really annoying. So you go up to this little pen edit thing here. You want to go over and then down to notifications, and just make sure that's off. And then it should, for the very first time you set it up, you're going to want to, backed out a bit too soon. The very first time you set it up, you're going to have your mouse toggle on, and you want to go over here and click the power button, and it'll ask you to install a profile. It'll ask for permission. You just click OK on it, and then make sure this orange dot is on. This is how it's turned on. So now it'll block any ads that pop up in some of the apps. And so then I guess the next thing is MXPlayer, which is the video player, because the built-in Android video player that this thing has is horrible. So you want to open up MXPlayer to make sure it works. If for some reason it doesn't work, If it doesn't open up properly, this is where you'd go to Aptoide. It's like the Google Play Store, the free Google Play Store for Android TV boxes and stuff. It's really well put together. And then you would just go top applications, and you'd go over to MXPlayer and MXPlayer Codecs and install both of those. You just click play and then click install, and it'll install both of them just like a normal phone. But the one I gave you should work. I've never had it not work. So there's a basic setup, and then I'm going to go into how to use each of them. So my favorite three are these ones, these first three here: Onebox, Bobbie Movie, and Showbox. Terrarium, a lot of people love. I'm not a huge fan of it just because the links don't always work and it crashes once in a while. But so does Onebox, once in a blue moon. Showbox has been my most reliable, but because it requires the mouse toggle to work, a lot of people might find that annoying. But yeah, so to play videos on Onebox, it's really easy to use. I mean, it starts off on the home page, all these movies. You can go to whatever popular TV show. Popular TV show, maybe. No, it's a good one. I love Lucifer. If you haven't watched the show, you should definitely check it out. But then it's got, organized. You can sort them, the newest episodes up top, or if you want to start at the beginning, go up, over, up. There we go. Sort, and then they'll sort it from the first episode down. You just click play. Alright, so there's no stream for the first episode. No stream for second or third. Alright. What about the latest? Alright, so maybe not Lucifer. As I said, it's free TV. It's not perfect all the time. Alright, so this one plays. So you don't want to use Pro Player. That's the player they advertise. So uncheck the box. Go down to Custom, and you want to use MXPlayer, and then it'll load right up. And the main reason I like MXPlayer is because you can control the volume right from the firestick remote. You don't need to use your TV remote to control the volume, so you can just put your TV at a comfortable volume. Like if most shows sound good at about 15, 20, and then anytime there's like an explosion or a big action scene, or if like voices are always quieter than the music, you can turn it down when the music comes on. It's just a lot quicker than having to have two remotes laying around. But anyways, so there's how to do that. You have to do that every time you watch a TV show or movie. Bobbie Movie Box is great. It's actually seems to work really well. And for this one, I haven't used in a while. I'll do some gumball. And it just has them right here, episode. And you can choose your seasons. If you want season 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And it has related shows. Alright, this one has a built-in player, but it seems to work pretty good, so.
Hey, we veg out. You don't want to do anything at all today? No, I'm on strike. It's like if the tiniest thing happened.
The buffering time isn't so great on this. I haven't used it for a while. But yeah, that's how I use that one. So it's got a favorite option. So if you go over to here, you'll put it in your favorites bookmarked. And then there's my personal favorite. If you have the patience to use, as far as reliability, I really like Showbox. I've really never had. I've never had this app not work right for me. But instead you do have to use the mouse toggle, so you double press the triangle button, and then it brings up the little mouse toggle thing. So you have to use up, down, left, right. But if you get a third-party remote with a touchpad on it, or it has like an air mouse function, which is really cool. So now I can just use the air mouse to do whatever it is I want, which is really great. So it just points around. How it works, I don't know. We'll call it magic. But I said it's not perfect. It's great for the quick grabbing a show or episode of something. But like for scrolling, it doesn't. So okay, the scrolling option doesn't work. Awesome. So yeah, use up, down arrows, and you pick an episode. And for this one, setting it up for the first time, you can just hit play, and it's going to use a random video player. So you want to do the dots, other player, do other, and then close this out. And then when you hit watch now, it'll give you the option to use to choose MXPlayer as your default player, and then it'll open it right here. Perfect. So you want to use, so open with MXPlayer is what I've used. You just go over to always, like it says right there. Kind of hard to see, but you just click always, and then it should. Is it gonna work? That's the thing with these air remotes. It's not perfect. Sometimes you have to use the firestick remote because it's meant for it. There we go. So there we go. All right. So just once, always, and now it'll always use MXPlayer or MXPlayer for your video. Also, my internet's on a hotspot, so might not be as fast as yours. Come on, I worked last week.
It seems today.
But anyways, you get the idea. And then terrarium. Which still works pretty decent. And this one's pretty self-explanatory on how to use. You choose your season. You choose your episode, and it highlights in blue there. If you hold down on it, it'll go right to the links. So then it's gonna pick links. You get to choose what quality of video you want it in. This is why this one isn't my favorite. It takes a little bit longer for stuff to load usually. But then once the ones finally load, 170 megs, 400 megs, depending on the high quality of the video, just click play. It's gonna play, and it defaults to MXPlayer as far as I know. Yeah, until he decided to take a vacation. The show is so great. If you don't even watch this, it's so great. But yeah, so that's how that one works. You can add to your favorites. And watch away back again. You can go through and play with the other ones if you want live TV. Live TV, this one is meant for a touchscreen device, so it really doesn't, the interface is really bad, but all the content seems to load pretty good. So if you can put up with the weird interface, getting used to playing with it and using it, those channels, the live TV channels like ABC, NBC, Nickelodeon, they seem to work for the most part. But it's just because it's meant for a touchscreen and it's like distorted and stuff. It's kind of weird to get used to. I mean, you can see it loads up fine and then it gets all distorted. So, other than that, another great thing, people are really, I've heard, YouTube really loves free flicks. I added it in there if you want to try to play with it. It has an amazing interface, but the links are almost always dead. Later, the links, whenever I click on a show, the newer episodes or older episodes, they don't load. It always says link is dead. Like, we'll go to Family Guy. There's, so you pick a season. I want season 4, and then it just sits and loads, and it loads and loads, and loads, and loads, and loads. And I've waited like 5 minutes, and they just don't load. So I don't know if I'm not just patient enough or what. But this one's cool because it's supposed to have movies, TVs, animated cartoons, live TV channels, which some of them were working, but not really. It does have an adult zone if you're into that pornography. That actually does work. Out of curiosity, of course, I had to check that out. Although you can't fast forward any of the videos, so you're stuck watching it all. But yeah, I mean, it's got a history channel, but I click on the history channel, and it just sits and loads. Link, I cannot play this link, and I did that with a lot of them. So as I said, I wasn't impressed with this app, but some people really seem to like it. I don't know if just my area I live in or my luck, I don't know. But let's have like even a guide. I'm not sure. I haven't played with it too much because I said whenever I try to watch something, it just loads so bad. So there's that. If you have any questions, make sure to comment. The video was longer than expected, but I ran into some issues that you guys might have, so it's helped clarify things. Of course, you can always use good old-fashioned Netflix. Ooh, Gearstream TV. How to get that? Ooh, that was... Oh, I installed that so long ago. This one just does movies, though. There's no TV shows on it, and all the movies are pretty old. But that one, ooh, droidbuddy, I forgot to tell you about this. So you can look up all kinds of videos and get different numbers. But if you install droidbuddy through the Firestick App Store, you just type in droid admin, and this app will come up. You type in a code. This code right here is actually pretty good. So if you pause the video, you type this code in, you look up links. It works very similar to how I gave links in the beginning of the video. Has all these new MXPlayer Pro, Showbox 5, which seems to work okay, but you can't change your video player, so you're stuck using the default Android player, which sucks, which is why I use the older version, 4.72, I think, because it works. You actually can use MXPlayer with it. And so it's got all the same stuff, all the same apps I gave you guys. I just made them, I think it's easier to use. And if you want to try Kodi, I think this guy's got Kodi on here. Leader IPTV. I mean, he said you can play with all kinds of stuff. He's got all different kinds of versions of terrarium. Live TV, mouse toggles is a really important one, but he's got 2 Cody builds I've tried to play with. Maybe you will like them. I know I can't stand it. But yeah. And then you always want to delete everything that saves space on your Fire Stick. Same thing, you can go with MXPlayer. Now that you've installed all the apps, I don't need them on my Fire Stick anymore. So I can go through and delete them all. Yeah, go over, all the way down over, and then you can go to delete. No, I want to delete. Sorry, I stuffed up. But yeah, so then now you're not, you have some more space on your Fire Stick. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Delete, delete, delete. So you can't just go down, you have to go over, all the way down, and then over to delete. And you don't need them in the recycling bin, you actually want to delete them. But yeah, so I hope this was helpful to you guys. I really like the Fire Stick, it works pretty good. Especially that for free TV, you can't complain. You can't be like, well, this doesn't work. It's free. You can't complain about free. Instead, you always have the good old-fashioned Netflix and Hulu to fall back on. The Fire Stick still works great for those services. So, hope this was helpful. I'll try to keep it updated, but I think this is about as in-depth as I can get. So, feel free to comment. I'm out.